This story, Australia, a charity based in Brisbane, is in every sense of the word a gift not only to the people of Queensland but to Australia.
Okay, you missed it. Try again.
I remember that very first day we had a meal and somebody stole my new hat. And I remember as I walked out of there I pinched somebody else's.
The patrols were out in the morning, we switched over onto their frequencies, and they'd often forget there were girls at the other end.
My daughter knew Grandad for 4 years before he passed away, and you know, in that time she built a good relationship with him, and she knew that he was special, and she knew that he had done something special in the past, and you know, she would say that he was in the newspaper and he has lots of medals and he's very special great-granddad, and so it's nice to be able to, I guess, have the ability to share his story with her when she gets older and when she can really grasp, you know, the greatness of the man and what he did.
You've been in this area, in the Sunshine Coast area, about 68 years.
That long?
Yes.
Gee, I didn't think I was that old.
I'm a mouldy oldie.
The army lulls you into a sense of belonging where you don't even know that you're an Aboriginal. And it doesn't matter. You're black or white or brindle, and as long as you can get on in the army, you're fine.
So I pull my hands back inside the guardrails, pull the pin out, and my hand hit the guardrail, and the grenade rolled along the deck. Now, thank God it had about a 10-second fuse, because I reckon I used 5 of them trying to work out where I was going to hide.
And my grandfather was one of the Rats of Tobruk serving in the 2nd 9th Infantry Battalion. He never spoke of his experience during the war, and he refused to march on Anzac Day. And I can understand that each person's experience is different. But for me, it's important to get together with my mates and show that support and share those experiences.
So one of our cooks, he was cutting up this donkey to make a stew out of, and he was cutting the penis and all up. And the Pom said, "Oh, you're not going to put that in there." And they said, "Oh, yes, that's good stuff." So that night, no Pom come down for tea at all.
So we're up there sitting around, and Dad comes to bloody say, "Yo, what's going on here?" So down we come to talk to him. And he said, "Who's in charge here?" I said, "I'm the..." "Well," he said, "who's captain?" Nobody knows. "Well, who's driving the truck?" Yeah. I didn't even know how to work the fucking thing.
Take that back to the last night before I left for Vietnam. And it was the only time that I sat down with my dad, and I said to him, "Dad, why did you go to World War I? Because you didn't have to go. You know, the Defence Act said that you weren't eligible to be enlisted in the Imperial Forces. Why did you go?" And he said the darndest thing to me. He said, "Eric," he said, "I didn't want to see our country stolen again." And that was my mantra, I suppose, that stayed with me in my heart.
And after a while it became obvious to me that I was missing out on being killed. In other words, I would be scheduled to do a task from the air, and for some reason I'd be moved to a different plane, or someone else would come along and want to do the job. And on 13 occasions during the war, I was altered in my location, and on 13 times the person who took my part was killed.
Jeff, I just now on my own now. I have a couple of girlfriends that try and help me, you know, but Living alone is not much fun. It's not. I don't begrudge anything in my life. I think life's been good to me.
See, all my mates that I had before the war, they were all gone. I had knew nobody. No, I was very down. I contemplated joining up again. Because when you're with a big mob of men for so long, you know, and you come back to nothing.
For us to have that record and to be able to, we all sat around, put it on the big screen and saw it, and it's just precious to us and makes me cry to hear his voice, because I'll never hear his voice again. And we'll treasure that. And it's been wonderful what this story has put together.
I just hope all the young ones these days that can grow up in a good country, which is one of the best countries we've got, and everyone should appreciate it, really. But that's all I can say. Do your best you can for your country and your people.
To watch, listen to and feel these stories is to have a greater belief in yourself and a deeper understanding of what it means to be an Australian.
So that's my story.